I'm not one to lecture, how could I dare? Someone like me who's been mainly nowhere, but in my experience, be as it may, you just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. Your common sense tells you best not begin, but your full heart cannot help plunging in, and nothing and no one can stand in your way. You just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. People can be hard sometimes, and their words can cut so deep. Choose the one you choose, love, and don't lose a moment's sleep. Who can tell you who to want? Who can tell you what you were destined to be? Take it from me, there's no fault in loving, no call for shame. Everyone's heart does exactly the same. And once you believe that, you learn how to say, I love who I love, who I love. Then just go and love who you love.
Donde il lieto sciato grido d'amore torna sola Mimì a solitario nero, ritorna un'altra volta ai tesser fitti fior. Addio, senza rancor. Ascolta, ascolta, le poche robe ad una che lasciai sparse nel mio cassetto son chiusi quel cerchetto d'or e il libro di preghiere
In just spring, when the world is mud luscious, the little lame balloon man whistles far and free, and Eddie and Bill come running from purpose and piracies. And it's spring, when the world is but a wonderful. The queer old balloon man whistles far and wee, and Betty and Isabel come dancing from hopscotch and jump rope, and it's spring. And the goat-footed balloon man whistles far and wee.
Apologies, apologies, unnecessary, redundant. Apologies, apologies, unnecessary, redundant. Repeating again, automatic and abundant. Apologies, apologies. Oh, changing the narrative. Vulnerable, naked, exposed. Overcoming comparison. Courage, courage unravels and unfolds.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ladley, and I'm going to be singing Funny from the musical City of Angels. Thank you. Funny how I'd fail to see this little bedtime tale was funny. I could cry to think of all the irony I've missed. What an unusual twist. Right at the end of it, funny. Who could see that this pathetic scene would be so funny? Once you strain to find the grain of humor underneath. Life double crosses with style, forcing you into a smile, so it can kick you in the teeth. Just desserts, we can all laugh till it hurts. At my expense, I'm accustomed to working on spec. I always pick up the check. I think it's funny. Who could top or make this comic opera more compelling? You could weave in some deceit to even up the score. you'd have us all on the floor. That would be roaringly funny. Sad enough my life's a joke that suffers in the telling. Just another hoary chestnut from the bottom drawer. I've heard so often before that I can't laugh anymore.
Le Grand Duke Mambo. One night there was a terrific fight in Le Grand Duke. It began like this. A little French danseuse named Annette was going to have a child. Still, to make a living, she had to come to work every night, dance with the patrons, and drink as much champagne as she could in order to get her commission. But she was not well, and she shouldn't have been there. Of course, if she had had any other way of making a living, she wouldn't have been there. But she didn't have any other way. Feeling badly, no doubt, Annette began to be very spiteful to those clients who didn't think that they could afford another bottle of champagne. So one night, the owner of the place asked her not to come back anymore. He was French, and she was French, and they spoke the same language fluently. So Annette said some very unpleasant things to the owner. He called an attendant to eject her. Annette would not go. The attendant laid hands on her and pushed her, struggling in her satin evening gown, toward the door. As she passed the last table, Annette seized the patron's champagne bucket, ice, bottle, and all, and flung it straight at the proprietor at his cash desk behind the bar. Whereupon the attendant slapped Annette to the floor with one blow of his hand. Then it was that Florence, the famous entertainer, that same Florence who snubbed millionaires nightly, arose from her table near the orchestra to defend the poor little French danseuse in her troubles. Florence wore an evening gown of gold and a spray of orchids in her hair. She swept across the floor like a handsome tigress, blocking the path of the waiters who, at the bidding of the management, rushed to eject the little danseuse. Florence said, "Don't touch that woman. She's a woman and I'm a woman. And can't nobody hit a woman in any place where I work. Don't put your hands on that woman." By that time, the little danseuse had risen from the floor and seized another bucket of ice, which she sent whirling into space. Customers dodged behind tables. The orchestra struck up "Tuck Me to Sleep in My Old Kentucky Home" to drown out the noise. A waiter did lay hands on the danseuse, but Florence laid hands on the waiter. Then the Negro manager laid hands on Florence, and a battle royale began between the women, and those who sided with the women, and the management, and those who sided with the men.